Today, we will listen to a popular Chinese urban legend, which is called the last bus to the Fragrant Hills. It is also known as the bus number 375.
On a dark night in 1995, a young man boarded the last bus of the day headed for Fragrant Hills in China's Haidian district. As the night was late, no surprise there were less passengers at the bus stop and in the bus. An old woman also got up from the bus stop with the young man. The woman had got familiar to the young man and was talking to him before boarding the bus. Even after getting on the bus, the woman sat next to the young man. Shortly after the bus started moving, the driver saw two people on the side of the road trying to stop the bus and get on. At first, the driver was reluctant to pick them up as they weren't standing at a bus stop. But the kind-hearted conductor said, "This is the last bus on this route today. We should pick them up or they will not get any other bus to go home." So, the driver let them in. Up until now, they were hardly visible beside the road from the bus due to the fog. As they entered through the back door of the bus, the other passengers were surprised to look behind at them because there were not two of them, but three. On the top of that, the two men were dressed in ancient Qing dynasty clothing and were carrying a third man on their shoulders, whose long hairs were lightly swaying and his face was covered with hair. Maybe the middle man was crippled, but the other two had whiter faces than normal people, and it seemed like they were getting on the bus with a lifeless object on their shoulders. None of them said anything, sitting quietly in the back seat. Seeing them, the other passengers were feeling a bit uncomfortable. The conductor calms the crowd by saying, "They are probably actors in a play. They might didn't have enough time to change their clothes after the play." The passengers were somewhat convinced by this. But the old woman could not be assured in any way. She kept on looking back at the back seat of the bus in discomfort. Gradually, the bus began to empty as passengers got off, until only a young man, an old woman, a couple, and the mysterious three people in the back remained. After a while, the couple got off at their destination and the bus started moving again. But suddenly, the old woman starts screaming and claimed that her wallet is missing, and surely the young man must be the thief. A heated argument ensued between the two. The conductor found nothing to suspect. Yet the young man and the bus conductor failed to calm down the old woman. The old woman wanted to get off the bus immediately and insisted on going to the nearest police station to settle the matter. The bus conductor asked the woman to wait till the next stop. He said that only there we could do something about it. Nothing can be found here in middle of the road. The sky fell off on the young man's head. Because, throughout the whole time, they had a normal conversation. No one misbehaved with each other, and now what is the reason behind her sudden rough behavior and suspicion? The young man also got angry and decided, "I will see the end of it. The lady has humiliated me enough." The young man stopped the bus and got down with the old woman in the middle of the street beside a shop. But in spite of all this, the three people sitting in the back seat were completely absent-minded. They stayed calm as if nothing has happened at all. After the bus left, the young man got angry realizing there is no police station here nearby. Then, the old woman said, "Dear, I have saved our lives. Those people sitting in the back seat of the bus were not humans, but something else." The young man said, "Ma'am, are you kidding or something?" The old woman replied, "I am not lying. When their clothes had gotten lifted by the wind blowing through the window, I saw that none of them had legs. But I clearly remember they had walked into the bus. At the last stop, where the couple got off, I also wanted to get off the bus, but my body went numb with fear. It was as if my body was momentarily paralyzed. I got some strength back, only after the bus started moving again." The young man also got scared after hearing the old woman's words. But now the old woman started feeling bad thinking about the bus driver and conductor. So they both went to the police station to report the incident and asked for quick action. Obviously, the police did not take the matter seriously as it was silly. They said, "You might have seen wrong. It is not possible and quite abnormal. Yet, we will look into the matter if anything bad happens." The next day, the last bus to Fragrant Hills was reported missing, and was later found drowned in lake water a few miles ahead from its destination, along with 3 decomposing corpses: the driver, the conductor, and a long curly-haired, anonymous man whose legs were cut. Now, the question was, how did the corpses rot so quickly? Where are the 2 people with the long-haired person? But the biggest question is, the bus only had enough fuel to reach its final destination comfortably. Then how did it went so far away there to the lake? When the police checked the fuel tank of the bus, they found the entire tank filled with blood.